a skill that you can begin to make money for the rest of your life. So I encourage you to please take advantage of this opportunity. And if you go to the graphic that we sent out, there's a link there. About 20-hour kind of about 12 to 15 courses listed there that also enhance your training. So we encourage you to please do that. Finally, before I turn it in to Ms. Techy, everyone knows Ms. Techy, so there's no, we can't begin to introduce her. If you want to know how she is, just go to Instagram, Facebook, and just put Ms. Techy there. You will know the stuff that she can put up. So I want to welcome you, Ms. Techy, for accepting to come. I will turn everything over to you right now. Over to you.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. And I'm so glad that I'm being invited for this. For those who do not know, I actually started my journey on YouTube. Actually, YouTube started making me my first 6 digits before any other platform. So I feel like YouTube is very, very important, not just because of the fact that, the platform, you can collab with brands and the likes, but also because of the fact that YouTube is the only platform that consistently pays their users. So all other platforms, it's so difficult to get money from them. But YouTube is the only platform that will consistently pay you. And I have friends that are cashing out big time on YouTube. So for those who are wondering, now is the best time to start. And no, it's not saturated, because I'm sure a lot of people, left onto Road. Apologies for that, but I'm sure a lot of people are, thinking about, is the market is too saturated? Can I jump on it now? There's no such time as now. Now is actually the best time for you to start, right? And I'm going to talk about the things that you can do to get started. But most importantly, the first thing, for those who are watching, for those who are in different, states, the first thing that you need to do is to find your niche, right? So hopefully when I get there, I can ask a couple of questions just to ensure that I have an idea of what everybody does. But pending in time I get to the space, I would like to find out, what is your niche? What is that one thing that you can do that, excites you, right? Because there's so many topics that you can cover on YouTube. So many. I don't know. Am I still in? I think my network went off.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
You are in.
Yeah, so there's so many niche on YouTube. There's lifestyle, there's tech. I've seen people talk about real estate. Like, people are talking about real estate. They just pick up their camera and they talk about, the different challenges that, real estate in Nigeria faces. So many. So the first thing you need to do as somebody that's potentially looking to start on YouTube is to find your niche. That is the most important thing. Now, how do you find your niche? Personally, I would say it's two ways, right? You can start off with something that interests you, something that you are passionate about, that is an area that you can look into. For example, I like tech. Tech is something that, if you wake me up to talk about phones, I would be excited to do it, right? So find your niche. That's one aspect. It could be linked to your passion. Another aspect is marketing as well. So you could actually go and survey and say, okay, what aspect are people not talking about that I can jump on and make research on and talk about? Like, it doesn't have to be 100% passion. That's what I'm trying to say. So one aspect of finding your niche is to follow your passion. Find something that you enjoy doing and do it. Another aspect is to do a market survey and find out what people are not doing in this part of the world that you can jump on and do, and it's not be a stress. Now, the reason why I'm picking this two, or why I said it's not going to be a stress, is because I'm not going to lie to you people that are watching me right now, or that are going to meet me when I get there. YouTube is stressful, right? YouTube is not so easy. But nothing good comes easy, right? So that's why I said you need to do something that you need to find something that you're passionate about. Because trust me, if you're passionate about something, you want to do it regardless, right? So when I first started, let me use my case as an example. I didn't get money from YouTube. I wasn't getting paid. I know right now YouTube has a stipulation. If you have 1,000, you need to have about a particular amount of watch time before you get monetized. even when you get to that level, it's not like you're going to see a lot of money, right? So the reason why I'm highlighting all of this is to make you understand that it's your passion that would sustain you, pending the time that good things starts to come to your table, right? So that's why you need to be very careful about selecting your niche. Now, if I were to advise, I'd say that, for example, if you were to do your market survey, there's some niche that are too saturated, and there are some niche markets that are not saturated, right? We have some niche market that to break out and to find a voice in that niche will be difficult or will be longer. And there's some niche market that if you start today and you're very consistent, you in no time you are going to do well for yourself. Now, one niche market that is extremely saturated, but it's still not an issue if we're being honest. But one niche market that is extremely saturated is lifestyle, fashion and lifestyle, right? I mean, if you go on YouTube today, there's so many people, creators that are making fashion and lifestyle content. So if you were to jump in now, you need to find something unique that's going to make you stand out, right? So that shouldn't be a deterrent. So if you maybe, for example, you're watching this right now and you're thinking, oh, my niche, there's too many people on that niche market. It shouldn't be a deterrent. What you need to do is to go and do your research and look for all the people that are in your niche and see what they're doing, right? I would even advise you take a book and biro and write things down. See what they're doing, and then see something unique that you can bring that would completely change the game. And there's so many unique things that you can bring to the table, right? So I would advise that's what you should do, especially if that niche market is crowded. Now, for those people that their niche market is not crowded, one aspect of market that is not crowded right now is tech, for example. I don't think tech is crowded. Real estate is not crowded. Even relationship, YouTube space. We don't have so many people that are like sharing gems on a number of things about relationship, married couple, all of that. We don't have so many of that are, too many. We don't have too many. So that's one aspect that you can also look at. So 2 points that I've mentioned. First is you need to find your niche. Second is you need to look at two aspects of finding your niche. Either you follow your passion or you follow the research way, do something that you feel like you can easily do. And the third thing is, so once you find that, you can create your channel. Now, I have I wanted to do like a do as I do thing, but pending the time I get to the space, which should be in no time, right? Pending the time I get to the space, that's to the office. I'd say first thing after you find your niche, the next thing you need to do is create your YouTube channel. And I'm sure everybody knows that that's one of the easiest thing you can do. The hardest thing for me is finding your niche. This is something that requires a lot of research, right? You need to do your book and biro, open a lot of YouTube channels that are doing something similar, scroll through. So that's the hardest. But once you've faced that out, the next thing you need to do is to create your YouTube channel. And to do that is so easy. You just need to go to youtube.com, obviously, then click on create a channel. I mean, I can show you all the steps, but it's a Google away. All these things are a Google away, right? Now, the third thing you have to do after creating a YouTube channel is customizing your banner, right? Now, all of these things I'm going to show in details when I get to this space, but let me see if I can share my screen with everybody. Hold on a minute. So let me see if I can share my screen pending the time I get to the space. System settings. Okay, so like I was saying, first thing, find your niche. Second thing is create your YouTube channel. Now, I would advise, and this is based off on experience, right? I would advise that you find a name that is so unique. If you're not going to use your name, for example, I didn't use my name. So my name is Tobi Ayeni, right? But I used a brand name, which is Techy. So I would advise if you're going to use that route, you find a very unique name that is easily memorable, right? Because this will set you apart from everybody. And also, one syllable name is also very important. By one syllable, I mean, yes, it's cool to use our full name, like Tobi Ayeni, for example, but you need something that is memorable. You need something that immediately people think about it, they would it sparks a lot of recognition and top of mind awareness. So let's say, for example, I'm scrolling on YouTube and I see your video on my timeline, and I'm like, oh, who is this guy? Who is this girl? And I open your YouTube channel and I watch your video and I like you, right? I might not even subscribe after I like you. That's the weird action, the weird attitude of YouTuber or people that watch YouTube videos. They don't easily subscribe, right? I might not subscribe, but the fact that your name is very catchy, might make me have like a top of mind awareness. So maybe when I'm remembering a particular video and I'm trying to remember, you're like, oh, that guy, what's his name? So you see why I feel like finding a very easy to remember name is also very important when you're creating your YouTube channel. So yeah, so once you find that, you find your niche, you find your name, you just go on youtube.com, right? So that's the first place you need to go to, obviously. I don't know, can you see my screen? I don't know if you can see my screen.
Not
Hello?
yet. Not
Okay,
yet. It's not shared yet.
okay, hold on. I might need to turn on some things. So, because most of the time I use my phone. But I don't, for the audience that are watching this, what do you use mostly? I would like to believe that you use your phone, right? Show of hands. If you use your phone for editing, in show of hands, like so that I have an idea of, you know, the target audience I'm looking at. Show of hands, if you use your phones a lot or you want to use your phone for videos, show of hands. I'm trying to see if I can see people. Okay, fantastic. Now, if you want to use your like, if you want to use your laptop for this, show of hands as well, please. I'm trying to look at the screen. So show of hands for laptop users. Okay, fantastic. Right. So what this means is we have more mobile phone users than laptop users. And trust me, whichever way is fine. Don't let anybody limit you. Whichever way is fine. So once you do that, all you have to do is go to youtube.com. So 2 apps you need to download for people that even if you're using your laptop, you must download this app. So the name of the app is called YouTube Studio. Now, what YouTube Studio does is it gives you an insight into a lot of things, a lot of information that you will not necessarily see on youtube.com. So I have it on my own phone, for example. Let me see if I can. So like I said, the name of the app, let me reduce my screen brightness. But yeah, the name of the app is called YouTube Studio. And pretty much even if you are using your laptop to edit, you still need to download the app called YouTube Studio because it just gives you an overview of what you have done, how your channel is performing, insight as to how to make your videos better and all of that nitty-gritty. So it's something that you have to download on your phone. So remember what I said so that I don't lose you, right? The first thing is find your niche, and your niche could be in 2 aspects. It could be based on passion, it could be based on market research. Second thing is have a catchy name, something that once people think about, or if people think about a particular niche, your name is like, oh, I think I know this person's name, and it's so easy to remember. The third thing is obviously start immediately. Now we are on the start category. I'm trying to see if I can share my screen, but I think I'm having some technical issues. But pretty much what you need to do is just go to youtube.com, right? So once you go to youtube.com, let me sign out of my own so that I explain how it is. Let me just log out. So why am I not? Why is it not sharing? System settings. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to make sure I share my screen. No. All right, fantastic. It should. Okay, so there's a bit of a challenge. I might have to restart Zoom to share my screen. I'm not sure if I don't know if the team, if that's advisable or I should just continue depending the time I get to the space. I'm almost there. So what would you advise? Do you think I should quit because my app is telling me to quit and reopen Zoom, or should I just continue until I get there?
You can share your.
Okay, so that means I have to quit and rejoin the Zoom meeting, right?
You can continue.
Fantastic. Okay, so pending time I get there, I think there's a bit of traffic situation, but I'm very close now. But pending time I get there, to get started, you need to go to youtube.com, like I said. For phone users, just download the YouTube app, right? So once you download the YouTube app, so this is my YouTube app. What you need to do is go to, so if let's assume that it's a fresh account, you don't have, I'm assuming that if you have an Android phone, if you have an iPhone, you've signed in. But you need, aside from signing in, you
Please
need to,
continue.
okay, fantastic. Aside from signing in and, you know, using your YouTube app to watch videos, you need to actually create a channel, right? So this is not a profile. So let me explain. You know, on Instagram, right, there's a profile. Everybody has their Instagram name. YouTube is not like that. In order to have a YouTube page, you need to create a YouTube channel. And to do that, you have to go to, let me sign out of my own so that I do as I do. Sorry, 1 minute. I'm trying to sign out of my own account. Use YouTube sign out. Yes. All right, so I'm going to act as if, okay, this is a new thing for me. Sorry, 1 minute. So, add account. Continue. So obviously, the first thing you need to do is have a Google account. Without a Gmail account, you cannot use YouTube. So, like I said, I want to do it like as if, oh, I'm new to this, right? So you need to have a Google account. So if you don't have a Gmail account, just create one. That one's easy. So once you create your Gmail account and you have signed in, sorry, I'm trying to sign in. 1 minute. Hold on. Tobi, Ayeni. All right, so I've signed in. I think the next question, pending time I fix my own issues. So the next question I'd like to ask is, how many people have opened a YouTube account? Show of hands, so that I know that, okay, I'm not speaking to novices and this step doesn't need to be shown. Show of hands, have you opened a YouTube page before, a YouTube channel? Show of hands. Okay, why am I disturbing myself then? That means I don't need to show you people that nitty. I don't need to show you all of that stuff. So fantastic, right? So spending time, like I believe everybody here has a YouTube account, right? Now, the most important thing you need to do, I feel, if I were to do YouTube again, right, is branding. That is so important. It's something that is little, but it's something that can completely change your YouTube strategy. Branding. Now, what is branding? Now, I don't know if you go to your YouTube page, you know that top banner that sits up, that is very tiny, it's like a rectangular, rectangular form. Let me show you mine. So it's always on the, when I go to a YouTube channel, it's the first thing you would see up. Most people leave it blank. Most people put a different color, right? Most people just, it's not important. Trust me, it is very, very important because it shows you an overview of what that channel, likes of Tayo Ayena, for example, who is a very good friend. One thing that he did, the first thing he did was to get his branding right. Now, if you can get your branding right, it will be so easy to create a lasting memory in the minds of the people that watch you, right? So one of the aspects or one of the things that you need to do right for people that are just starting on YouTube is to ensure that you create a YouTube banner. And it's easy to create, right? So I've done a list. I can share my list with you anytime that I get there. So I've done a list of things that you need to do to create a YouTube banner, right? Now, what you need is Canva. You can actually use Canva. Photoshop is too hard, right? Canva is the easiest way to create a YouTube banner because they have a lot of templates that you can just say, okay, you know what, let me change this, put my name, put that. But the most important thing that you need to have on your YouTube banner is what the channel represents, right? So for example, I create tech content. I need to post something that shows that I'm talking about tech. So on my YouTube banner, right now, the one I have like a picture of me and then I have icons in the air. This is to show that, okay, the icons are phones. So phones, smartphones, phones, laptop, iPads. I have all of these gadgets hovering around me. Now, anybody that goes to that YouTube channel, they'll see, this is tech. You don't need to scroll through my videos to know that it's a tech platform, right? So I would advise everybody watching this, first thing you need to get first, your branding. It is very, very, very important, right? So, and how to do it is on Canva. I would advise you just use Canva to do that. And all you have to do is go to canva.com. So you can go to canva.com right now. So I'm going to open canva.com, right? And create a free account. You don't even need to pay, right? So create a free account. So I'm going to log in with my Gmail. You can try it on your own as well. You can try it. So go to canva.com, right? Then click on create a new account, sign in with your Gmail account, right? And then obviously you are in, right? So in my own case, let me try and sign in, log in. Tobi, continue. So once you sign in with your Gmail account, in seconds you should be in. Now, the cool thing, the reason why I would recommend canva.com to use is that they have templates. You don't need to start from the scratch. Photoshop is hard. With Photoshop, you have to start from the scratch. But Canva is so easy. You don't need to start from the scratch. Now, this is I would really recommend that everybody watching this that already has a YouTube channel, you need to create a YouTube banner, right? So once you go to Canva, for those who want to do as I do, just tap on the icon. So if you have your phone right now, you can go to canva.com, quickly sign into your Gmail account, tap on the icon, right? There's this icon here. So the icon, and then you look for YouTube banner or just search. So then you select the category YouTube banner or you just search. So if you tap on the search icon and you search for YouTube banner, you would see the YouTube banner, you see different templates, right, that you can use. So Canva is your best. Please, I don't even advise, don't use Photoshop. Just go to Canva and select anyone, pick anyone that is in line with your branding, your style, your colors. Maybe if you like purple, for example, just pick one that is in line and you can even tweak it, right? So look for one that, resonates with what your style is. Tweak it, edit your name. Most importantly, please, and this is me begging, put what your brand is all about right there on the banner. Now, the reason why this is very important is because sometimes the algorithm sends content your way. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you have not subscribed to the person's page before. Like you've not subscribed at all, but you see their video on your timeline, on your YouTube page or your Instagram page. The algorithm does magic sometimes. People that you're not subscribed to, they can send them your way, right? Now, if I see such a video, the first thing I'm doing is to click on their profile. And it's that banner ad, that banner header that will actually make me be like, I love this girl's page. I love this guy's page. And then I'll now scroll down and look at your videos. So you see why it's so important for us to get our branding right. And that is the first thing that you will have to, people will see when they get to your YouTube page, right? So the banner is extremely important. Once I get to the space, I would go into details on how you can actually create one and how you can actually create a catchy one as well. So the second thing is a profile picture. Now, this might be like, I beg, who wants our own business profile picture? See, the space that we're moving in right now is actually very important. Branding is so important because it's what will set you apart. Everybody's doing everything, like everybody's doing YouTube, everybody's doing social media, but you need to get it right with branding because that is what will set you apart from the rest. If you can get your branding right, if you can get your banner ad right, your profile picture right, when people come across your channel for whatever reason, it would set remembering, I don't know how to explain it, but like a top of mind awareness for people. And it will make people see that, oh, this person is not just like the rest, right? Personally, and this is me talking from experience, I'm trying to share my story here. One of the reasons why I am different, or one of the reasons why it was so easy for brands to say themselves with me, is because in my little way, I tried to be unique. I tried to use every way to show that I'm different from others. So if it's with branding, I have friends that would intentionally wear a certain color of clothes because they are focused on branding. So do not neglect branding or say, all of this thing is not important. It's how to get views that is important for me. See, while getting views is very, very important, I agree. But trust me, if you get views today, let's say you get 5 million views or 500,000 views, whichever, on YouTube, that's a lot. And you do not have your branding right. Trust me, the number of people that will subscribe might be minimal, or the number of people that will have top of mind awareness with your content might be minimal. But once you get your branding right, it sets a tone, it sets a precedent, and people know what to expect from you as a brand. So it's so important for you to actually get your branding right. So things like your profile picture, don't just snap a picture and just put it there. Be intentional about everything that you do on YouTube, because see, it's a business. It's a business, and like every business, it needs to be taken seriously, right? So YouTube, I think we need to move from the angle. Sorry, I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Am I still on? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can hear you, ma. Go ahead, ma.
Okay, fantastic. So it's a business, like I was saying, right? And like every business, it needs to be taken seriously. You will not just start a business and just say, oh, you would think about the name of the business to use. Yeah, you can register the name at CAC, right? That is how we need to start treating, platforms like YouTube and the likes. It's a business. It's a platform that, with the right tools, with the right strategies, can be used to make 10 figures. I know people like influencers in the US and the likes making like over $100,000 every month, and that's even small. So it's a business and should be taken as such. Now, because of that, I would like, it's extremely important. As a matter of fact, once I get to this place, everybody must create a banner. It will be an assignment. You must create a banner and you must upload it and post it, right? But that aside, I was talking about profile picture because that's one of the highlights on which I'm supposed to talk about. And your profile picture is something that also shows you what the person is about. Sorry, I'm trying to ensure that I'm not are we on? Okay. So your profile picture is also something that should be taken seriously as well. Because see, I made a silly mistake when I was starting YouTube. I posted a picture that was very, very funny. That picture did not look good at all. And anybody that saw that picture, so imagine if I'm commenting. So one of the strategies that I used was dropping comments on people that are in my niche, right? So for example, I'm a tech influencer, right? I will go on other tech influencers' videos and I will drop comments. I think that's also a good strategy, right? Now, when I drop intelligent comments, people are forced to say, oh, who is this girl talking? And they will click on my profile. But because of that, my profile image, that picture that I used, everybody just started saying, no, this is a scary picture. Because I think I did a picture about, I can't remember how the picture looked because it wasn't good. So people were just commenting that this your picture is scary, right? I'm sure some people will not even click because of that. Now, the reason why I shared that story is to just show how important setting all of these things matter as a YouTube person or as a YouTuber, right? So first thing, make sure your banner ad is right. Second thing, set your profile picture. Your profile picture has to be your face, right? So people that have done so well in this business, if you go and look at the trend, everybody has their face. Don't go and put logo and say you want to put text. Say, oh, my branding. So let's say, for example, I'm Miss Techy now. I'm not gonna write Miss Techy and post it as my profile picture. No, please don't do that. YouTube, especially for the niche market that people are looking to go into, make it as personal as possible. So put your face, you don't need to go and do photo shoots. No, just a normal, nice picture that really looks professional, right? And just shows what the channel is about pretty much, right? So that's the second thing you need to do. Now, the third thing you need to do, apologies, is, sorry, I have a list that I'm going. So pending time I get there, because I want this to be as practical as possible. I believe in practical than theory. Now, pending time I get there, the third thing you need to do is video watermark. Now, the reason why video watermark is very important is this. I don't know if I've ever seen, and I'm not going to call names, but I don't know if I've ever seen all these blogs that will copy a video and post it on their page, and they will not even tag the creator. They will not tag anybody, and that's how normally, if you copy a video from my page and post it and you tag me, do you know how many people will have clicked on that post and gone to follow me because of that video? Now, that's how important video watermark is, right? So sometimes there are times where you will have to put like a tiny, I'm going to show you how to do that when I get there, but you put like a tiny logo on your, either the edge of your video. It's not something that is too, should overpower the video. I'm not saying don't put your name in the middle, no, you're spoiling the video. But you can put like a tiny logo at the edge of the video. You can put like your name or your logo. So it could be Miss Techy. I can just put it at the edge. So that anybody that is sharing that video, no matter how they share it, they share it on WhatsApp, they share it anywhere, they know where that video is from, right? They understand where that video is from. So it's extremely important that watermark has to be on your videos as well. Now, the third thing that you need to do is covers. I'm going to teach you how to do all of these things, but I'm just giving you an overview. I think I'm 10 minutes away from the venue. So I'm just giving you like an overview on what you need to do. Anytime we do like practicals, right? The third thing you need to do, or the fourth thing you need to do is, as much as possible, pay attention to cover and thumbnails. Now, a friend of mine, I don't want to mention his name, but he's a very popular YouTuber. One of the secrets that he used to become extremely popular is his title and his cover photo. You know why? When you're scrolling on YouTube, right? So if I'm scrolling on YouTube, for example, right? I'm scrolling. So this is my YouTube page. I don't know if you can see, but imagine I'm scrolling on YouTube and I see somebody that, maybe let's say you're talking about cars, right? Electric cars in Nigeria. Maybe you feature an electric car. Let's imagine you're a tech influencer, right? And you just post a picture of yourself like this. People are not going to click on it. So as much as you can, you need to work on your cover photo. So for those that do not know what cover photo is that image that is on a YouTube video before you click on the video. It is I wish I could go on and on about this, because it's a very, very important aspect when it comes to getting traction on YouTube. Once I get there, I'm going to show you how to do all of these things in detail. But see, the way cover photo can transform your content is how Cinderella and the magic wand, how the that analogy, that's how cover photo can completely transform your content, right? So cover photo and the type of title you use. Now, let me go a bit into titles, right? Because when it comes to YouTube, YouTube videos are longer, YouTube videos are more researched. Your title needs to contain as much information and as much as possible needs to be suspenseful, right? So let's say you're talking about electric cars. Don't just say electric cars in Nigeria. Or check out unbox how I got an electric. No, all those titles are boring. You need as much as possible to have a very catchy title, right? Because that way, if I see your video on my timeline and I see a really nice cover photo, I will be inclined to click on it and say, what's this video about? Or I want to watch, right? But if you have a very bad title, if you have a very bad cover photo, it would not garner a lot of traction that the video deserves, right? So I've touched on 5 aspects, right? And I would go in depth when I get there. But the first aspect is obviously make sure that your branding is on point. Your branding has to do with the YouTube banner, with the profile picture. Secondly, ensure that you get your cover photo nice. For every video that you do, please and please, if I can kneel down for you people, I will. For every video that you do, try to invest little time. And once again, canva.com has all that you need, right? Canva.com, you can go to canva.com and look for cover photos and just apply the template. Canva.com has all that you need. You can even go on Google and say, okay, Canva, other websites that look like canva.com. I think there's Photor, F-O-T-O-R. So if you want to write that down, you can also write that down. Aside from canva.com, F-O-T-O-R.com is also another really good resource for cover photos, for YouTube banners, for all of these things that are regarding branding, right? So once you go to canva.com or photo.com, for every of your video, be intentional with the cover. Even on Instagram, if you scroll on my Instagram page, I am very intentional about the type of cover I put. Because see, I would like to look at the internet as a marketplace, right? It's a market. There are different people advertising different things. But you see, the people that have good building, the people that actually have good logos are the ones that will enter their shop and go and shop. If your building and the way you arrange your store is very bad, it doesn't look good, it's not appealing, I will not enter your shop. That is how we need to treat YouTube ads. I think that's how we need to see YouTube branding ads. It's something that, when you are in the marketplace, you need to use the standouts. As a matter of fact, we need to place as much priority as even the content that we're making. I'm not here to talk about content, but I can answer any questions about content. My job here is to just ensure that we get our branding right. We get our branding to 100, not a 70, because I believe in going 100. So once you get your branding right, it is now easier to attract people with your content. But if you don't have your branding right, you have a very terrible cover photo, you have a very terrible profile picture, and you think that people will click on your video. How? No, it's not village people. It's not village people at all. People are not going to click because there's nothing that is drawing them to your page. So once again, I would advise as much as you can. For every video you put out there, make sure you are intentional about the type of cover photo you use. You are intentional about luckily ChatGPT is there. So you can say, oh, ChatGPT, this is what my video is about. Please let me come up with, that's an expo. I just gave you one of the tricks I use, right? Let me come up with a very good title for this. This is what my video is about. And then use it to filter what you need to do. So apologies, I think I am like 5 minutes away. Let me just check my maps. So yes, I am 5 minutes away, so I should be there in 5 minutes. I just need to ensure that we are on track. So I might be a bit divided in my attention. Because once I get there, I want to go into the practical aspect. So once I'm done with theoretical, I think the next thing I need to do is just practical, right? So, but I'm 5 minutes away. But yeah, to just reiterate what I've said, just so that I meet up. So to reiterate what I said, first thing we need to do, find your niche, right? Second thing you need to do, obviously start. Third thing you need to do, be intentional about your banner, your YouTube banner. So once you find your niche, the next thing, I think it's like a tick. You need to have like a tick, like a box tick. Okay, find my niche, done, right? Next, banner ad. Okay, let me go and find out how to do it. So like I said, canva.com. The third thing you have to do is to get a good profile picture. Don't just put any other picture and say, okay, it doesn't matter. It matters. The fourth thing you have to do is for every video you're going to put out there, be intentional about your cover photo, be intentional about the title. Now, the next thing that should be important as well, or that's actually the major, see, this is what YouTube is built on. Without this, I don't think anyone can be successful on YouTube. No matter how many jobs you use. Well, I've seen it. Okay, let me not say I don't think anybody. I've seen a couple of people that were successful, but it's 1 out of a million. Now, what is this? Consistency. It's an overflogged issue that a lot of people say, how can I be successful on YouTube? And everybody say, you need to be consistent. It is because that is one of the most important elements for YouTube. Let me tell you how the algorithm works, yeah? Because I've had a one-on-one with the YouTube team, and I realized that the algorithm treats YouTube as a 9 to 5. The same way if you have working somewhere, you're working at an organization, you have to show up 9 o'clock and quit 5 o'clock, go back home 5 o'clock. It's the same way YouTube see creators as, or YouTube see, or even the algorithm all over the world. And by that, I mean any platform. That's how they see people as. You need to show up. The more you show up, the more you get rewarded for showing up. I don't know if you understand me, right? The more you show up, the more you get rewarded for showing up. As a matter of fact, the algorithm rewards consistency over any other thing, right? So if you consistently create good quality content, I remember somebody said something, and I don't know if you know, who knows Mr. Beast? Show of hands. Mr. Beast is a very popular YouTuber. I mean, is the biggest YouTuber. I don't think any YouTuber comes close to Mr. Beast at this point, right? Now, what did they asked Mr. Biza, how did he start his YouTube channel? What did he do? And he said, if you create 10 videos and you're expecting a lot of views, you are joking. Guess how many number of videos he said we should create before we start expecting views? He said 100 videos. That if you create 100 videos, that's when you should not start expecting. And this is Mr. Beast that is like biggest. His videos get millions and millions of views every time, back to back. And the reason why he said that is because the algorithm rewards consistency, right? It's such an important, I think it's a word that has been said a number of times, but it's so important. I can imagine if I'm not consistent, I will not be where I am. So I think I've gotten there. So maybe I'll still be with my laptop and go upstairs and meet you guys. But yeah, I've gotten there. I'll just, so what I would do is I would just be in contact with the team. So sir, I don't know, team. I don't know if the gate I'm supposed to drop at, is it the main gate? Sorry. Is it the main gate? Because I'm there at the moment. But I know that there are like several gates. Hello?
Gate 5. Gate 5. Yes, the main gate.
5. Okay, fantastic. All right. The main gate. Okay. All right. So give me like 2 minutes. I should be there. So I don't know if Josephine, even if we can end the call and then meet everybody at the venue. Maybe like I should drop off so that I can direct my driver properly. So what do you advise?
Please go ahead. You can end the call. We'll wait for you in 2 minutes.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. This, for those who do not know, I actually started my journey on YouTube.
So hello everyone. We just have to be a bit patient for Miss Techy to settle in at the American corner Lekki. She just got there. So I would like to suggest, if you have question, you can begin to gather your question together now. Then you can also chat the question. While we wait for her to settle in. Can you hear me, everyone? If you can hear me, please, can you just wave? So I know we are still together. All right. So we want to give Miss Techy some time to settle in at American corner Lekki. She just got there. The traffic is a bit hellish today, but she will soon be there. She will soon settle down and log in back.
So, Madam, do you say we can ask our questions or wait for her?
And what I'm saying is, if you have questions, you can gather them together. You can also chat them so that we can use that to save time. So once she settles in, she will continue.
All right, thank you.
On the other laptop.
So while we wait for her, from the things she's taught us so far, I don't know if there's anybody that wants to do a recap from any of our spaces. If you want to do a brief recap before she comes back, just raise your virtual hand.
Hello, good afternoon, ma.
Yes, sir. American Space Sokoto.
Yes, there is somebody here who can recap what she's talking about, so that
All right.
before she's
Okay, go ahead, sir.
all right.
Yeah. All right. Okay, fantastic. So, so I was asking, one of the questions that I asked was how many people had YouTube channels, and there were more people. Yeah, waving. So, what's your niche? Let's start. And I also pick from the crowd as well. Yeah. So, what's your niche market? Like, what do you focus on?
Tech content.
Tech, fantastic.
Well, I think I do not have. I can't say I have the one I.
So, but what are you passionate about? Or do you want to go in line with your passion, or you want to do more research? You want to go in?
So I have a passion.
Okay,
I
so
have a passion for girls in tech,
fantastic.
which I actually started running anyway, but I haven't done content so far.
Fantastic. I think it's a good niche because I know it's not saturated as much as we think it is. So I'd like to maybe take from this crowd one person. That's American Space Sokoto. Hi everybody. Good afternoon. So I would love to find out. Have you created your YouTube channel? If you have created a YouTube channel, show of hands. Okay, I think there may be a network issue, right? Okay. Show of hands if you have created a YouTube channel before, like you have a YouTube channel. Okay, so maybe I'll just move. But pretty much, I don't know if you get all that I was saying so far. Okay, this is louder. Let me try again. Show of hands if you have created a YouTube channel. When I was on a Zoom call, I was seeing other. Yeah, aside from just one, so I think maybe that would be perfect.
We changed that, so you can also see.
Okay, fantastic, actually. Fantastic.
Maybe you can call.
Yeah, so I would like to start with show
Hello, everyone. Let's be a bit patient. I think we lost connection with Lekki, but they will reconnect.
Okay.
All right, they are back.
Oka. Hi, Oka. I see a lot of ladies in Oka. Hi, Oka people. Hi, nice to meet you, everybody. Nice to meet you. Fantastic. So please, I want one person. I need your mic to be unmuted. So whoever is in charge, please unmute the mic. I want one person to actually stand up and tell me what their channel is about. I'm giving you like a space, and all of us will subscribe. What? What is your to start?
Hello, good afternoon, ma.
Hello, can you hear us? Hello.
We can hear you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma. Based on the question you asked now, I actually created a new YouTube channel, which is basically looking about building the community, helping guys and their challenges. Though it's still new, I've not actually done much on it. So that's what my YouTube channel is about.
So I think it was one of the first people that started branding, right? Branding to the core. And his own branding was not even like, it was branding even to the point of his appearance. So he followed the style of Steve Jobs and used to wear turtleneck and black turtleneck, all his videos. Okay, fantastic. Apologies for that delay, but yeah, I was on Oka's window and I was saying that I need somebody to talk about, a YouTube channel that they feel like they want to create, something that they want to create. You don't need to have it, but can you share what you intend to do on YouTube? I don't know if anybody can do that. Or if anybody anywhere, any of the states, Ibadan, Kano, Oshogo, Benin City, Uyo, I need somebody to just tell me so that we have, okay, fantastic. Okay, Akwa Ibom, good afternoon.
Yeah, sorry, ma. I was saying that I actually wanted to create a YouTube channel based on guys, like just helping guys share communities, like a community of guys where we get to talk about things affecting us and build just basically for what issues that guys face. So actually named the Bro Code.
That's dope. Hi, what's your name? What's your name? The local window. I didn't get that. See, that is, this is dope. And for everybody watching this is such a dope idea. And this is what I'm talking about, when you're finding your niche. Is that you're doing something that you're passionate about, or you're doing something that is well strategized. I think this is a very strategized move. You know why? Not many people are doing it. And there's a lot of topic about guys that, every podcast we see that is on YouTube these days are just focused on girls, women. But nobody's talking about guys' issue. And there are many guys in the country that would relate to whatever you decide to talk about. I think you should start, Sin. I'm sorry if I don't get your name, but I think you should start immediately. And I think that it would do so well, especially if you consider all the things that we have talked about before. Now, I'm going to recap some of the things that I said earlier. Now, the first thing I said is finding your niche. And I think we've covered that aspect. The first area is you either follow what your passion is dictating to you. Now, this would be something you're passionate about, something that if they wake you up, you have a lot to say on that topic, right? And this could be tech, lifestyle, fashion, whichever. Now, the second one is a much more strategized form of finding your niche. And this is you looking at the different markets that we have and finding, things that are not being talked about, which you gave a perfect example for. topics about men, different aspects to that. Like, so finding a market that is not too saturated, that people are not really talking about, is also a strategic move. Now, for example, Mr. Beast. Guess who has created the Mr. Beast formula, or recreated the Mr. Beast formula in Nigeria? You can guess. If you can guess anybody anywhere, Mr. Beast, my guy, guess who has completed and is doing successful at it?
Shank.
No. Another guess. Anybody out there? Can you? I don't know if you know Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast is a very popular YouTuber, the most popular YouTuber in the world, and he makes a lot of money. Okay, let me tell you. Unfortunately, I don't think it is on YouTube. Ashakai.
Really? Oh, he's giving guy.
Yeah, Ashakai. Right? Imagine if he transformed that to YouTube, it would make a lot of money. So, for those who don't know, Mr. Beast is spelled B-E-A-S-T. You can do your research about it. Now, one of the things he said, which is what I was saying in the car before I got here, he said something that is very, very, very funny. He said, the only time you should expect success from YouTube is after you've created your 100th video. He actually put a number. He actually said, if you're creating 10 videos, or if you've created 10 videos and you're expecting views, that you're not doing it right. The only time you should start expecting views is after you've created your 100th video. Do you know what that's crazy? Because, and I feel like what he's trying to say, or the reason why he's saying that, is to condition our minds on what to expect, and because he knows that the algorithm is a rewarder of consistency, right? So like I was saying, we need to treat YouTube as a 9 to 5. When we show up at our office, we show up every day. And even on days when we are tired, we give excuse as to, we tell them in advance. So we need to treat our YouTube like that. So the day you're not going to be available, you do a YouTube video and say, hey guys, I'm going to go off. I apologize, let me know, don't worry, I'll still come back. It has to be treated as 95, because the potentials that platforms like this bring is even more than 95s. And the algorithm is not going to reward you. The algorithm pays you a lot of money, right? I mean, YouTube is, like I said, one of the reasons why YouTube is very important is because it's the only platform that pays creators to make video. Every other platform, you have to rely on brands to make money. YouTube is the only platform in Nigeria that, I mean, Facebook pays as well, but Facebook's own is stressful. It's just now that they just monetize it officially. But before then, it was difficult to, for creators to get money. But YouTube is the only platform that without any stress, you can make money consistently. So think about it. Why would they give money to you if you are lazy? It don't make no sense. So you need to treat YouTube as something that you have to show, okay, today, maybe on Monday, you pick, Monday is your strategic day. You write all the content you're going to do for, maybe if you're doing 4 content in a month, depending on what you want to do. Some people do 2 contents every week. I'm not saying push yourself and overstress yourself. You just need to pick something that you can consistently do for a long time. So if it's 1 video every week, know that, okay, Monday, I'm going to strategize. I'm going to open my book and write the things that I'm going to, the type of videos that I want to make for the month. Right? So the young ones watching me, the older generations watching me, nobody's left out. You need to treat YouTube as a 9 to 5, because it actually is. Now, what I would encourage you to do is, first of all, have a book or iPad or laptop or phone, open your notes and say, the first thing I want to do is, for this month, we're entering August, fantastic. August is coming in. Okay, what are the topics I can talk about in the month of August? How many days can I post conveniently and consistently? If it's 1 every week, fantastic, you can start. So write 4 contents in the month of August that you would do, and then do your best to do your research. Please, for the fact that we're saying consistency doesn't mean that you should put out rubbish content. It's not going to work, right? My job here is to ensure, all right. So my job here is to ensure that as much as possible, we get the results from YouTube, at least from the starting stage, right? So please, as much as you can, be very strategic. with what you put out, right? So get a book, get your phone, notes, do your research. Okay, this is the topic. Go on YouTube, see people that have done something similar. Because you know the funny thing I feel about ideas, there's no original idea. Everything is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. And all you have to do is just make it your own thing, make it a you thing. Because when you bring your you thing, it becomes new to a large extent, right? So go online, research, and see people that have done something similar to watch it. The platforms, YouTube is the hardest. Yeah. So I don't want to scare you. I was telling the people from Lagos that YouTube is hard. It's hard, but the reward is a lot, right? You can make a lot of money. I have a friend that makes about $10,000 and it's from Nigeria, in Nigeria. It's not from Nigeria in the abroad, no. It's from Nigeria in Nigeria and it makes over $10,000 on a monthly basis. How much is $10,000 in Nigeria? That's about, now the forest is crazy, yeah, it's a lot. 16. And consider, that's why it's always, the guy makes YouTube videos like water because he knows that there's money to be made, right? Now, I don't know if I should speak about monetization. Fantastic. Okay, so now this monetization thing is a bit of a tricky thing. You know why? Let me tell you a secret, especially for those that want to start out. Maybe this can be added to your strategy as well. So YouTube pays more if your people over there are watching your content than people in Nigeria. Yeah, I don't know if you get it. YouTube pays people more if people in the abroad are watching your content than people in Nigeria. It's weird, but it's the truth. I'm guessing it's because of the fact that Nigerian brands do not spend too much money on ads than over there. So over there, the ad spend is a lot. So they have a lot of money to share to everybody. But in Nigeria, so let's say, for example, your videos are about, let me see, food, Nigerian food. I think that one is even good to a large extent. I'm trying to pick up something that only Nigerians can relate. Chances are you will make a lot of money. It's very simple. You can do 20 million videos and it's getting 23 million views. And your money is like $500. Yeah, it's that bad, right? But the moment, which is why some people have actually changed strategy. So rather than just doing one type of content, they do different type of content to appeal to different type of people. Now, if my very good friend, Fisayo, switched to finance, and the moment he switched to finance, he was doing, so we used to talk about branded phones in Nigeria, the likes of Infinix, Techy, right? That's what we used to talk about initially. And trust me, the money from that was, it wasn't cool anything, it was very small. But the moment Fisayo switched to finance, because guess what? What finance does is people over there that have made a lot of money that are like, oh, I want to invest. I'm a Nigerian, but I'm living in diaspora. Let me try to invest back in the Nigerian space just to have something at home. They watch his videos a lot. So his ad spend is a CPI, so we call it cost by impression, CPI. His CPI improved drastically. I think he made his first 6 digits after that. Yeah, but it's not something that he does consistently. So you need to, for those that are looking to monetize, obviously everybody's looking to monetize. Nobody wants to come and do because video and just get away with it. We need to make money off this. Now, one of the strategies you can employ in your content calendar is to appeal to different type of audience while you're making content. So for the tech bro, you can think of, okay, instead of just doing checking phones or Infinix phones, you can think of pixel phones. Because if you upload a pixel video and you post it on YouTube, the algorithm might push you to people because it knows that it's only people in the abroad that will be focused on pixel. Now, the moment these guys watch your videos, the ad spend is different. It's a lot more. Like, the difference is huge. Right? Now, for girls in tech, if you're trying to look into that, you can think of one way or what topic that I can do or what thing I can talk about that the topic Girls in Tech is also an appealing topic generally. It's just about finding a very catchy title. So maybe you find somebody that is that became a coder at maybe age 5, age 10, I don't know. And just say this 10-year-old can code and put shock emoji. Or you find a very catchy title, it might appeal to a lot of people that is not just limited to Nigeria. What I'm trying to say, and this is with regards to monetization, is in your strategy, please try. We're not here to suffer, we're not here to slave, right, for YouTube, just because we're making videos. So that's what I'm trying to emphasize this point, which is try to find content that will also appeal to people that's diverse, that can appeal to as many people as possible. That's not just limited to the Nigerian market. Now, for social media, and for other social media platforms, you can use Nigerian markets, and that's fine. But YouTube money, when it comes to being monetized, you need to appeal to as many people as possible, especially people, Nigerians in the diaspora. Right, so this is why these kit makers are making bastard money, because the average people that watch their content and in the diaspora, some people have data to burn, and they can leave their video and go and be cooking and come back. And do you get? So try your best to ensure that the type of content that you're making is appealing to a number of that the Nigerian market. So let me try to recap.
I guess we lost connection with Lekki. I see American corner, border cut. You're raising your hand. Maiduguri, Sokoto. You have a question for Ms. Techy?
Yeah, okay, that's Visayo. Yeah, okay. So a lot of people that have YouTube subscribers, as much as possible, let's try to appeal to outside Nigeria.
Hello, Ms. Techy.
Because that's where the money is.
Hello, Lekki. Can you hear us?
Something, over the top, big grand idea, all of that. It doesn't have to be. The point is, the moment you are passionate about something, you can talk about it, you can make a video about it, right? So first thing is find a niche. And I broke down I broke down the niche into different categories. The first is obviously go with your passion. That's the easiest one. That's the most popular one. That's the one everybody always gravitates to. But the second one is, I think this is more of the marketing. If you want to take YouTube as I know people that have like, so they are not showing their faces on YouTube, but they have like different channels and they employ people. Okay, I've done this research. This topic is a good topic. Oh, let me find somebody that can be in charge of that. Do you get? So that's is a business for them. So this is a much more research niche market, right? So this is you just looking at, what can I talk about that nobody's talking about yet? And I can be popular at it, right? So 2 ways, passion and market-driven research, right? Now, the second thing you have to pay attention to, and I feel like this is something that a lot of people do not pay attention to, is branding. And I always talk about this because we have too many YouTube channels. We have everybody doing the same thing. Everybody's talking about the same topic. But you know what will set you apart from everybody is how you brand yourself. And branding is even in the little detail. Even as little as setting your profile picture is branding, right? Be intentional about everything. Because like I said, if you want to open a physical business, I mean, this is American Corner, right? Before American Corner thought about even creating this space, it was a well-structured plan. They didn't just wake up one day and say, okay, let's just decide to name this space American Corner. It was well thought of. The name was well thought of. The design of the artwork, everything was well planned and well structured. I think that's how we need to see YouTube as. It needs to be something that is strategic, especially if you're looking to make money. If you're not looking to make money, you're fine, do whatever you want to do, it's fine. And hopefully one of these days, the God of YouTube will visit you. That's fine, I mean. But if you want to make money, you need to be very strategic. This is a business. And it needs to be taken out. I don't know if I can go on and on about YouTube as a business, not just a passion thing. Because initially, I think that's the mistake I made. My mistake was, I love doing this. Okay, I'm doing videos. Okay. It's not about, it's way beyond passion. It's something that can set you up for life. And for something that can set you up for life, it needs to be taken with as much seriousness as possible. So branding is very important. And I remember I was saying something while I was on my way that one of the ways that you can use to get started, for those that don't know Photoshop, go on canva.com. There are free resources there. Go on Photor. There are free resources that you can utilize to create like things like banner art, like your banner ad. Oh no, not banner ad. Your banner art, that's the artwork that is placed on. So when you go to a YouTube page, the first thing you're going to see is that banner. As little as that thing is, right? It strikes a chord when it comes to retention and top of mind awareness. So I can go to a page, for example, maybe I'm scrolling on my timeline and I see a YouTube video that I like, and I go, as little as a banner can bring that top of mind awareness when I forget. I'm like, oh, that girl that has that image, or that guy that wears turtleneck, or that boy that says a particular intro. All of these things, the reason why people say, have a catchy intro, for example, lots of people say, like, for example, hey guys, it's Techy here. The reason why people have like a tagline or something, yo, what's up? And they do yo, what's up every time. It's not because they want to do yo, what's up, yo, what's up. No, it's for top of mind, it's branding. So that when you are talking to your friend and say, have you watched that guy's video? And say, which guy? The guy that says, yo, what's up? Oh, yeah, I remember. You know, it sort of makes people feel like they connect to you. So all this phrase that people use, catchy words or slogans that they use at the end of their video, like MKVG will say, peace out. You might think it's just saying peace out, but it's intentional. Because before you know it, you're just waiting. The moment it doesn't say peace out, you're like, oh, this guy didn't say peace out today. It has struck a chord in your memory. And that's how we build branding, right? So as I was saying, to be very intentional about how you brand yourself, right? It needs to be intentional. As little as your profile picture. Don't go and put a profile picture and you're doing selfie. No, get somebody to take a very good picture of you, looking good, depending on your niche. If your niche is fun, it's fine. But depending on your niche, you need to be very intentional and well thought of. So go find somebody that can help take a really good picture of you and use as your profile picture. I don't know if you have any questions. Do we have any questions? You can.
Yes, we do.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, please, I would like to take questions because I think I've been talking for too long. So let's take questions and then we can now go on from there.
Can we start now?
Oh, fantastic! Yes.
Yeah. So I know that I heard a number of times when people tell you that don't allow your video to exceed certain duration.
Yes.
Yeah. So for YouTube, what would you advise? Because I know there are times when, probably depending on what you're saying, you want to watch a movie, it's a long one.
Yeah, sure.
The other, whatever, it's in between. I haven't specifically seen,
since like a template sort of.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay.
So we have some questions in the chat.
Okay, fantastic. So you know what? Let me start off with a question, then I would jump onto that. I would break it down as much as possible. Don't worry, I got you. All right. So I think first off, no, it's fine. So first off, your question: YouTube prefers longer videos. As a matter of fact, some people will intentionally make their videos more than 10 minutes because you get to a certain level of monetization for videos that are longer, especially when people can watch till the end, right? For other social media platforms, keep it as short as possible. The shorter, the better. But YouTube, the longer, the better. It's just now that YouTube has introduced YouTube Shorts. Oh, an example, you can, if you don't want to do YouTube full, like I think YouTube is overwhelming sometimes. You can start off with YouTube Shorts and try to. So YouTube Shorts is more like you dipping your leg inside. You're not fully in, but you're trying to test the waters. So yeah, YouTube Shorts is the best way to start from actually. So for your question, the longer the better for YouTube proper, or YouTube Shorts and the likes, keep it as short as possible. The longer the better because that will increase your chances of the money that you get to make from the video. Yeah. So the second question, okay, I know someone said that it's simpler. I would jump on that as well. All right.
Hello,
so the first question is, yeah, hi. Yes, I can. Perfect.
Okay, so we have the question on the chat. There's a question said, please, should I use one cover photo for every video, or should I change my cover photo whenever I put a video?
Yes, thank you so much, because that's actually the question that I saw when I came in. So should you use, I don't want to talk too fast so that you understand me. Should you use one cover photo for all your videos? Please, should I kneel down? Do not, please, I beg, do not. And what that will do is it will make your videos look too generic. It doesn't add a bit of life. Because I will look at your page, if I'm scrolling, I'm trying to pick a video, I'll look at your page as a branded page. And as much as possible, you don't want to appear like a brand, even if that's the intention. Do you get? It's a different thing to act like a brand, and it's a different thing to be intentional about your branding. They're two different things. You don't want to be brandy. You want to add as much life as possible. So for every video that you're going to put out, and remember I was saying something, be intentional about your cover photo. You need unique cover photo. Because if I say the same cover photo and it's a different topic, I would swipe up because in my head I'm like, oh, I've watched this video before, it's the same cover photo. I would swipe up. So please, for the person that asked the question, it's not going to cost you 20 minutes. Try to make, and Canva photo, all of these platforms, they have unique cover photos that you can use. Please, as much as you can, use unique cover photos for all your videos. So if you're talking about, let me think of a topic, fake iPhones. I went to Computer Village. Let me see a topic. This is how easy it is to buy a fake iPhone in Computer Village. Imagine that is your YouTube video. You don't want to now put the same cover photo as the one that you did when you talked about unboxing an iPhone. No. It has to be unique. So the one for Computer Village, you can be standing maybe a tall you. You can make yourself a bit taller and make Computer Village small, and then you hold an iPhone. Like you can just do something unique. The idea for a cover photo, like I said, is like imagine you're in a marketplace. Think of cover photo like you go to Yaba. You know how Yaba can be very aggressive, and everybody's calling your attention, but you see the one that looks good, the one that the store is nice, and you know that you're going to pay a lot of money, but you'll be much more inclined to visit that store than somebody that is shabby and like, oh, I don't want to put the scam me, right? That's how you need to treat cover photo as. It's something that is like, how do I put it? As a market person, it would attract people to your page because you already can do so much. Now, let me tell you what the algorithm will try to do for you. But at the end of the day, it's still left to you. The algorithm will try its best to push your videos. If it thinks it's nice, well, I think this video, the topic is nice. Let me try my best to push. Now, here's what happens. This is a secret. Maybe not too much of a secret. But what the algorithm does is it pushes your video to like 50 people. It sees the reaction of these 50 people to that video. And that's what will now make it push it to 100 people. It sees it's like a subset. So they've programmed it to be such that they first try out a small sector of people. Oh, it did well. Let's increase the reach. And then that's how it goes viral. So when you have a very bad cover photo, how will 50 people even connect? How will 50 people even click on it? You need your cover photo to be as catchy as possible. You need your title to be as catchy as possible. And that's one of the ways to actually go above the algorithm and do better on YouTube. So the first question is, what editing software would you recommend for a quick edit that will attract global appeal? Okay, I have two software for both mobile phone users, because I know a lot of people now use their phones for edits, and for PC users. Now, the first, obviously, this is a no-brainer, but CapCut. Unfortunately, CapCut decided that they are doing too much free stuff. So they've now made it they've added a lot of payment on their platform. So you have to pay to use certain features, right? But trust me, there are so many things that you can still do on CapCut that are free. CapCut is the first one for mobile phone users. You can also try, so there's this particular software that a lot of people, for mobile phone users, they left it at, I don't know why they left it, KineMaster. KineMaster used to be the OG of editing that year, but CapCut just came and swept everybody away. But KineMaster is actually a very good software, good app that you can also download. It's really good. It has everything you need, knowing how to split, adding background songs, and I think that would work for you. So CapCut, KineMaster, I highly recommend it. For PC users, obviously, okay, let me start with the free one. DaVinci is a bit tough, but it's free. It's actually free. And if you now do a lot of upskilling and you learn, it's something that is really good. It has inbuilt stabilization. You can get a lot with DaVinci Resolve. So if you have a PC, you can download DaVinci Resolve right now. It's for free, completely free. There's a paid one, but the free version offers a lot of benefits, right? And if you have a MacBook, Final Cut, but yeah, that's what I use. Question 2, what are the steps to take in monetizing a YouTube channel? Let me try and Google that. So there's a particular limit. I think it's 10,000 watch time. I might be mistaken, but you must have at least 10,000 watch time. So watch time is calculated in views, right? I'm not sure of the number, but it's 10,000. I would have to confirm that, right? Now, the second thing is you must not cover certain topics that are off YouTube's listed topic. For example, religion. I think YouTube frowns against some aspects or topics that you shouldn't cover. They will not monetize you. If you talk about certain topics on that religion, you need to actually go to their YouTube guideline. I think there's a website for that. So if you type YouTube guideline on Google, it will pop up and show you the things that you need to avoid and the things that you need to do, right? So that is it. And then the third thing that it came to my head, but I can't remember. Oh, utilizing songs as much as possible. YouTube is not like Instagram and TikTok that you use Rema No, you cannot use Rema's on a YouTube video. You need to use uncopyrighted songs that are not copyrighted. If you use a song that is copyrighted, and by copyrighted, what I mean is a song that is by a popular person, that's a song by a popular person anywhere in the world, if you use it, right, they are not going to be monetized. As a matter of fact, the views, if at all you're going to be monetized, the money will be going to the creator of the song. So try your best as much as you can. Do not use a song that is popular. YouTube is not like the others. They don't joke. They don't even joke with the moment you use a copyrighted song, that's the end, right? So the third question is, how do I transit my YouTube channel to a financial platform for my business? I do not understand that question though. How do I transit my YouTube channel to a financial platform?
Maybe they're talking about something else already and they want to switch to
maybe monetization, pretty much. How do you make money? Maybe that's the word. How do I make my YouTube channel become financially successful? Let me just use that as an example. And the recipe that I shared from Mr. Beast, who is our Oga at the top, is that make at least 100 videos and then we start talking. Do not make 1 video, 2 videos and say, hey, I don't see money, I'm going to quit. YouTube is hard. No, that's not a good metric. Mr. Beast, and for those that do not know who Mr. Beast is one of the most, if not the most popular YouTuber in the world right now, right? So he gave an example. He said, before you can know if you are successful or you want to even start to think about being successful, you need to create at least 100 videos. It's not me that said it though. It's not me, right? So make at least 100 videos. And that's how many years of videos. I mean, how many months of videos? You're making 4 videos in a month. So that's a lot, right? So it just, honestly, I don't even think that metric is the final say. So people are blown after their 5th video. But the reason why I said that is to condition your mind. It is not a get rich quick scheme. YouTube is not a get rich quick scheme. Oh, you make your video and you expect money. No. YouTube is hard work. YouTube is an intentional platform that if you know your onions, you'll be able to make money, but not immediately. Right? So all of this has to do with research. Do as much research as possible and be intentional with your videos. So I think that should answer the question, right? Yeah.
There's a question here.
What is important in achieving first? Followers or views? Interesting. Now, the reason why I would pick views over followers, because who followers help? You know the funny thing about subscribers? They don't come back sometimes. Yeah, I mean, this is based on me that I've done like chickens. If they see your notification, right? They will not, maybe they're busy that time, they'll just swipe. Tobi, they do me, right? I think views is important. I know what views does, and we know what views implies. It implies that your content is good. Yeah. And obviously, one would come before the other. It's just like the case of egg and chicken, right? Views would come before followers. It's when they like your videos, they view you, and they subscribe. Oh, this girl has a nice content. Let me follow, let me subscribe. So views indicates that you have good content. Followers indicates that you know people, but it doesn't translate to anything. Get views, actually. What does YouTube pay? Views or followers? Once again, my brother or sister or whoever, views. Views is the currency that we're selling. In this market, and by market I mean social media, views is everything. Followers, I made my first 6 digits. So a brand paid me about, I think, 400,000 naira, and I had 12,000 followers. Right? So content is king, and they say this, it's an important thing.
Seems we lost connection with Lekki. We'll wait for Mr. Techy to come back online. So, Oshogbo, window on America, you have a question? Then I can also see virtual hand raised in Ikeja.
Can we go ahead from Oshogbo?
You have a question, Oshogbo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so once she comes online, we'll be taking the virtual questions, those that are raising up their hands.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Okay, window on America Enugu. I can see your question.
Solved, right? So we do not have a time because the world is moving at a fast pace, and what we know YouTube as or what we know social media as might not be what it is in the future. What is the benchmark of views that will lead to monetization? I don't think there's a benchmark of views, but I think the initial view is you need to first get to that over 10,000 views watch time to be able to qualify for monetization. So once you get past that, your videos can now be eligible for monetization. Now, how you now get rewarded, like how much money you get to make, is depending on the quality of your views. So there are levels to there's quality of views, which is what I said earlier. If people from the Obodo Igbo are watching your content, that's a high quality view. So you get more money for that, right? So, but I don't think there's like a precise benchmark for views. All views can lead to monetization once you have passed the first phase, which is above 10,000 views watch time. But moving forward, everything that will now lead to more money is now depending on the type of views that you bring, right? What's the best entertainment channel on YouTube? Mr. Alexander, I do not know, you have to do your research, but Mr. Beast, yes. There are so many for the Nigerian market. I mean, Chance, yeah. So if you want to jump into entertainment, let me tell you what I would do if I were to do social media again. I would do my research. First thing I would first do is go and look for all the people that I niche that I am in. Write out their names, study what they are doing, right? Oh, this person, this is how this person does content. Oh, this person, okay. Now, you know what they used to tell us when we were kids about copying, not telling our neighbor, or I don't know if they did it to everybody, but they did it to me, but it's more like, oh, don't tell your classmates the answer, because they will copy from your own, add to their own, and they will pass you in class, right? So that is what I want you to do. Copy from this, pick that, add to yours, and yeah, that's what I would do if I were to do everything that I'm doing, right? Because these are people that have taken their time to research. So for them to even be doing what they're doing or whatever topic they're talking about, it means it was very research. So what I would do is now say, okay, Fisayo, this is the stuff Fisayo is doing. Fisayo is serious. Fisayo is more technical. Okay, this babe, he has a bit of fun to our video. Can I add technical, fun, and then my own vibe to now make content? So that's what I would do, right? And I think everybody watching this, that is what you should do. Whatever niche that you find yourself in, your your research. Look at the top people in that industry. Right? Out there, figure out what they're doing, how they are doing. Okay.
Let's turn into mute.
All right, fantastic. So figure out what they are doing and then add your own. Now, American space Maduguri, if I'm not mistaken, is that Maduguri?
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. I feel like there's a lot to be made. If you, I American space Maduguri, nice to meet you. So to break it down, hi, thank you so much for joining in. To break it down, I advise you people as much as you can, because like I said earlier, there's money to be made in this industry. The high time we know about it, the high time we can jump on it. And in your state, for example, you can make content that a lot of people in that space can gravitate to. That people in Sokoto will be like, no, have you seen this channel on YouTube? Talks about whatever thing you want to talk about. Do you understand? And then now expand from there. What I'm saying now is build up from what you have, utilize whatever niche market that you have, and then start. The goal is to start. Start now. Don't waste it tomorrow. August is coming in. Have a plan. Now that we are doing this, tomorrow just think about it. Just go on YouTube. Okay, this is what I'm passionate about. Look for the top 5 people in that space. Okay, look for the top 5 people in that space, and then strategize. Dig up things that you feel that you can talk about that will also do so well. Okay, so virtual hands, I think American Corner, PHC. Hi, you've raised your hands. So I think you have a question. Or should we do Maduguri? Maduguri. Okay.
Yes.
You have a question,
Hi, Potakot. So you have a question. I'm free to take your question. What questions do you have?
Okay. Hello. Good day. Good day, ma.
Otako, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. I have a YouTube channel, and the name of the YouTube channel is 10x Entrepreneur. It's basically for asking people that have actually made it in life, Christians and but I find it challenging because I also have TikTok channel. But once I post on TikTok, I get to engage TikTok on can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how the algorithm in your YouTube works, because sometimes I get just after post I get just 10 views, and most of the views are from the link I share to people to watch. But on TikTok, once I post there, I get more viewers, up to 1 million viewers. So I don't know how to boost. I don't know how to boost it.
Hi, sorry, we lost you for a second. PhD, can you repeat your questions, please? I think I lost you for a bit.
Okay.
Can you also keep it shorter so that I can accommodate as many questions as possible?
Okay, no problem. I said I have a YouTube channel that is called 10x Entrepreneur, and whenever I post a video there, I get like the parts. Yeah, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, I can.
Can you go directly to your question? Because we have other people raising hand. Just go straight to the question.
My question now is the algorithm. Like, I don't know how it works. Like, is it that there's a specific time you need to post on YouTube to get more followers and engagement? Because when I post the same video on TikTok, I get more engagement there than on YouTube. So what might be the...
Okay. Fantastic. I love your question. It's a very important question. Thank you so much for asking. I think can I join 2 questions at the same time? Should I answer? Yeah. So American Corner Ikeja, hi. I know you raised up your hand, so can I pick your question as well so I can just answer both of them together?
Let's take the one for Maiduguri, please.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Maiduguri, hi. Okay.
My name is
Madhuguri,
my name is
you can
Sani.
go ahead with your question.
Yeah, my name is Sani, and I'm a music producer. So I have YouTube content, and
Okay.
I make beats and then upload them. So when I upload them, before I make each video has its own individual cover art. So but it takes a lot of hassle. So I come up with a plan to make every video unique by using my cover, my logo, right? My logo, and then changing the way the video looks.
Yeah.
So now, what will you suggest on making, like, promoting the video? Like, I want to promote the video, though I use different thumbnail. I use different thumbnail for each video. How can I get more attraction to the page?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for that question. I think it's also a nice question. So let me start with the TikTok before we move to so I don't lose my train of thoughts. The person that posted the video on TikTok and expecting magic on YouTube, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. It's not going to work. You know why it's not going to work? YouTube is built differently. So I was telling the Lagos team earlier that the same video that you post on social media cannot fly on YouTube because YouTube is a different platform. They want longer form of content than shorter form, right? So if you post, so what you should do moving forward, let's not beat around the bush, is yes, let's say you have an idea for TikTok. You need to do another type of video for YouTube, which is why I say it's hard work, right? The same video that you posted on TikTok, first of all, that video is going to be 16:9. It's not even going to fly because YouTube rewards the video on TikTok is 9:16. YouTube rewards 16:9, right? So it's YouTube Short that you're supposed to post that video on. But let's even now say you want to post on YouTube. You now have to do a landscape video. Now, what I mean by 16:9, 9:16, I'm sorry if I confused you with those figures. But you know, Instagram, if you take your phone, for example, okay, fantastic. When you're recording with your phone, this is how normal people record, right? This is TikTok style. This is Instagram style. But YouTube, it is landscape. It has to be like this. If you post this type of video and you put it on YouTube, the algorithm is not going to push your content, right? And also, it has to be a bit longer. If you do a 30-second video and you post it on YouTube and expecting magic, it's not going to work, right? You need to be very intentional. So you need to now think of, what can I say? What topic can I talk about? It's not something that is just short. YouTube rewards longer videos and they reward consistency as well. So please, your next strategy for the person that asked in PHC, please try, maybe this week, I want you to try something different. I want you to, today, for example, think of something you can talk about on YouTube. Put your phone in landscape, record it, and put it on YouTube. Please make sure it's a well-researched topic so that you don't waste your time. So research about the topic, think about it. Is it a topic that can do well? Then do it, record landscape, post it on YouTube, use SEO, make sure your title is very catchy, use a very nice cover photo and post it and let me know the feedback. Now for the musician in Madhuguri, you talked about the fact that, I can't remember, this is what this asked. What was this question?
Music producer.
Yeah, but what was this question?
Not getting interaction.
Okay, so, yeah, sure, you can. Fantastic. Thank you, please.
I said how I make videos with every video has its own individual cover art. And then I came up with a plan to use every video with one cover art, which is my logo. But the video will have to be different. It's not going to be the same. It has to be different effects and all. So my question is, how can I attract more views and subscribers potentially with that layout I have on Scrum? Yeah, that's the question.
Or you're using it's a blank slate. Sorry, I'm lost.
It's not. Can you come again, please? Okay.
become popular, you will have to share as much. The algorithm does not. Yeah, the algorithm does not reward those. I don't know. It's just.
Put 3 bits online that people can.
Yeah. It's own journey is a its own journey is a bit hard. It's going to be because I think it's okay. Hi. Yeah, let me not even say that. I'll just tell him yes to try. Hello. Hi.
Yeah, hi.
So to answer your question, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Come again. You are breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now? Hi.
Yes, I can.
Okay, fantastic. You know what I would recommend? Do not use the same logo because it makes your content look the same, and even if it might be different song. So first of all, go back to using different covers. You might not see the traction immediately, but I would advise, and this is from me to you, off record, right? That you start off by sharing your videos to other platforms. Like a snippet, maybe like a few seconds snippet. Put like the best part of the video. Share it on other platforms and say, click on the link in my bio to watch the full video.
I think the network in Lekki is fluctuating. But Meduguri, I think you got what she said.
No, I did not.
I didn't get that.
She said she didn't get your answer to his question.
Oh, so I am saying that. Let me tell you what you need to do. You see that your song that you put on YouTube, right? Put the best part of the song. Put like 30 seconds out of it. Put it on social media like Instagram, TikTok, and tell your friends, write in the caption, click on the link in my bio to watch the full video. Do you get? Now, do you know what YouTube does? Do you know what YouTube does?
Do that. Do you? Yes, I do.
You do that. Do you put a short version? Do you put a short version of it? Like you don't put everything. Don't put everything. Just put like a small version. The goal is to ensure that people click on the link in your bio and on all platforms. And this includes even your WhatsApp, posting on your YouTube story. Now let me tell you why that is important for events, for those that are interested. When you post your first video on YouTube, like not first video, when you post any video on YouTube, the algorithm starts tracking how many people click on that video. Like I said, it does a survey. It does it like a 50, 100, 1,000, and then it expands, right? Now, if more people are clicking on that link from social media, Facebook, Instagram, it gives the algorithm a sense of, oh, this video might be popular, right? Because the algorithm is a machine, and machine is doctored. It follows a pattern for everything. So what it does, or what it hints at the algorithm is, oh, this video might be popular. Okay, let me expose it to more people that might likely like it. So as much as you can, your best bet to start getting traction is to start on any social media platforms that you have. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, post the link. See, in short, I'm not recommending to spam, but I'm about to say, you should spam everybody, post it everywhere. See, promote your work, put your work on your forehead. Let people click on the link, because the more people click on the link, the more the algorithm believes that, oh, it means that, oh, people are actually liking this video. Let me open it up to more people. I think I've answered your question well. So, American Keja, I don't know if you have your questions ready, and Oshobo, please, as well, so that we can just take them at the same time.
Ikeja, please go straight to the question, so we can take Oshogbo too.
Good day.
Hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charles Play, and I run an online radio TV, and I also have a channel on YouTube. Okay, so said I should go straight to it. Although I have a lot of questions to ask, but few of them have actually been answered. But I have one more question to ask.
Ikeja, just one.
Yes.
We run out of time. We have to take the show.
Okay, so like I said, I run an online radio, and I have a soundbite, a soundbed that I use for my news. And anytime I upload the content, I notice that YouTube will send me a notification telling me that this sound belongs to somebody. I don't know who owns it, but anytime I use it, it tells me it belongs to somebody. And at the end of their message, I also see that they will tell me I can use it, but it will not have any effect on my content. So I want to ask, I hope this soundbite will not affect my channel monetization. That's the question. I hope it will not affect my channel's monetization.
Okay, I think even before you upload a video, YouTube actually would run a scan on a song, on the audio you've used. Although that is not the best thing that you can do to know if a song is not monetized or if it's copyrighted. Now, I think if I were to advise, I think you should just go for songs that have been tagged non-copyrighted, just to be on the safe space, on your best bet, right? Now, the reason why I said so is, for example, I remember I used a particular song from Epidemic Sound. Now, for those that don't know what Epidemic Sound is, it's a platform that you have to pay to subscribe to use. I did subscribe, but I got the song. Now, when YouTube ran the check, you're like, normal. By the time I posted the video, wow, they almost demonetized my platform, right? So I think your best bet should be ensure that that song, the source of the song is from a non-copyrighted platform. Now, interestingly, you will discover that if you go to youtube.com, I think there's a side of YouTube that actually has non-copyrighted songs that you can use. They've tagged it non-copyrighted, meaning that if you use any of the songs, there's nothing that will happen to you, you are free. Right? I think you should actually use more of those than try to see, because if you use a song, they can actually take down your video. Some people can report and your video can be taken down, your channel can be taken down, you have to start from the ground up. So just be on the safest space possible. I think you need to actually select a source that has been tagged non-copyrighted, right? I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah. Well, Shobo, please. I don't know if anybody is ready to ask their question.
Yes, very much. Yes, good afternoon. Thank you so much for this very educative seminar. Please, I want to ask, there's a channel I follow on YouTube. It's a personal development channel. And the man was saying something that their biggest performing video, after doing everything you guided us to doing, he put about $3,000 on the campaign, and he said it's brought hundreds of millions or is it millions of views to their organization, and that has been their very best performing video. So I was surprised that they can spend so much money, $3,000 to promote a video. The role of paying campaigns in promoting channels, please. I want to know more.
Okay, thank you so much. I think that is a very great question. Remember when I started off with starting YouTube as a passion thing and starting YouTube as a business, like a well thought of plan. Okay, this is what I'm going to do at phase 1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and all of that. Now, that channel that you watched is treating YouTube as a serious business. And like every serious business, you have to spend money to make money, right? So that is what they've done. Now, one of the things that they did, right? Most likely, I think the question you're asking is, how can you now promote your YouTube page? If you decide, okay, I have small money to spend to promote this, I think it's a good one. My advice, start with Facebook, right? Facebook is your best bet. Now, here's what you need to do if I know you're going to through that route. That your link, copy the YouTube link, open Facebook, post it on Facebook. Don't use the same title. Use a very catchy, because Facebook audience, they are very unique in the way they view content. The more catchy the title, and sometimes even the more clickbaity. By clickbait, I mean, titles that are really off as much as possible. I'm not encouraging clickbaiting, but try as much as possible to have a very catchy title. And then you see there's a boost button under Facebook. Click on boost, put as little, start with something small, right? And target links. Don't click on impressions, because what impressions does is it just gives eyeballs. They're billing you based on the eyeballs that have seen that thing. Instead of clicking for impression, click for links. So what that does is you are paying Facebook based on how many people have clicked on it. So there's a different thing. So Facebook will intentionally now start showing your videos to people that can click on the video, as opposed to people that will just view it and scroll past, right? So your objective of Facebook should be link clicking. And then, depending on how much you start, I advise start small. As a matter of fact, you can do A/B testing. Now, A/B testing is do 2 versions of the same ads and say, okay, this one, let me use a different cover. This one, let me use a different cover. Let's see which one of them performs well. And then the one that performs well, put more money on top. So start small, build up, do A/B testing, put more money on the one that is performing better, and from there you can get traction. A lot of YouTubers have actually tried that route to get views, because they realize that if they rely only on algorithm, they will have white hair by the time the year is almost up, right? So you can also try that if you decide to treat this as a business. But if I were to advise, I would say first thing you need to ensure is to make sure your content is strong enough. You don't just want to put out something and then spend money. I would not advise you to do that. Ensure that content is good. It stands on its ground. It's a very solid content. I mean, the person that you watch, the only reason why they decide to use that video was because they realized that, many people will see this video and will share, right? You need a content that is shareable. That way, if one person sees it, we share to more people that you're not spending money on to get. I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, if you were to use that route, start with Facebook, make sure the content is really, really good. I hope I've been able to answer your question.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think any other questions?
All right. I think we should be wrapping up now.
All right.
Certainly, Ms. Techy, you still have to come back.
Mr. Sam, this
because
is your
you know, do you know? Yeah. Well, I think.
No, but it's fine. I'm a friend of the family at this point.
You know, you mentioned that you wanted them to use Canva, you wanted them to use this. So
yes.
I'm looking at you demonstrating some of these things to them, and for them to be able to know exactly what this is. So
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind.
That would be lovely. So
thank you.
We will organize that, and we will announce it also so that everyone will know, and everyone should be ready to bring their laptops. So having said that, we want to thank you very much for coming on this first edition of the 6-week MOOC camp on getting started with YouTube business. We believe that all of you who have been on this call, you've enjoyed it. We hope you are going to join us next week, Tuesday at the same time. Remember, 80% of your participation attracts a certificate. But you are free. You may watch and not be interested in certificates. In fact, we were streaming live. We're still streaming live on our YouTube channel. So if you really want to just watch from home, you can do that. But if you need the certificate, please make sure that you are here and fully participate. And with that, we want to thank you very much, and we hope to see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
We have the opportunity to thank you.
So that's the end of the program for today. Same time next week. Thank you for participating.